tấm in. Yeah, cheers. Anh ơi, cho một đĩa cơm tấm coi.
Ok, 50.000 dĩa nha. Alright guys, so the wait for this, the hype is finally here, and the secret, I'll give you guys some of my secret for the best possible ComTam, okay? You know, I like to come and then tam, but I also like ComTam. The rice, the toppings, the secrets of broken rice. ComTam 101. We are at ComTam 128. It's about 30K a dish. Mine might be a little bit more because I added a bunch of stuff. But this is what it's looking like. There is my plate ready to rumble with some meat later. When you look at the nước mắm here, you can just tell that it's a little darker, it's a little bit more pungent, more flavorful for ComTam. But I'm telling you, some of the best stuff is right here. Now fellas, this is the one time you do not want it too moist. In Vietnamese, we call this ướt, or em ơi, ướt quá, chả nước kìa, or just nhão. But basically, if the rice is too moist, when you add in the sauce, it gets too wet. Now, if the sauce is too bland or not flavorful enough, then you have to use more sauce. And then that gets back to the wet situation. So that's why I look for a nice, thick, and dark sauce. And when it comes to the rice, it's pretty white. And there's your gum feeling. This is what I mean when I say gum feeling, just rice. That's all you need. Ah. So when it comes to the toppings, a must-have is some type of meat from a charcoal grill. And then you have your B, which is shredded pork and marinated pork. And last, your cha, which is an egg meat loaf. And that makes it cơm sườn bì chả. And if you want to be extra, you can add an egg, add a sausage, add whatever you want. Oh, but I mean, if you like sausage, feel free to add me on Instagram. Heomeoproductions. Another beautiful day in District 11, and I am just at one of my super OG joints, and I love it because I can see the smoke, and I can't smell it, but I can see the smoke from about maybe 30 or 50 feet away, and I know that they're open. And this is just one of the places that this is called ComTam New Kieu, and it's like literally probably 5 minutes away from my house in District 11, or my aunt's house. And yeah, every time I come here, there's always this charcoal grilled meat going on here. This is some meat action, as you guys can see. Nice and slow cooked, just the way we do it in Canada. That's the way I do my ComTam. And there's a lot of options that you guys can see here. But the reason why I love this place is because it's not only close here, and I've been here many times. They always treat me good, and they give me a lot of mahan and duck mal, and the meat's always fresh, so you see them grilling it. There's other places with more items, but sometimes less is more. You have bì, you have chả here. Xin cho một dĩa cơm tấm bì sườn chả nha. Cái này thì xào mỡ hành đây nè, nó fresh mỡ hành when they run out. So they cut the pork. The rice is right here, hot and steamy. They cut the pork, and you got your egg. And I'm gonna go for the sunny side up, or the over easy egg. Dạ em cảm ơn em cho xin hành nhiều. Dạ em cảm ơn. So this is like one of my probably #1 favorite breakfast in the whole wide world. Like it's very hard and difficult to beat this, like super hard. Like and if you guys can see in the other fish sauce video that I made, the fish sauce for the ComTam is usually a little bit more mặn. It's a little bit more, it's more pungent, it's probably cooked, and there's a lot more depth and flavor to it. Definitely more like a pure mixed fish sauce. It's still mixed. It's not like 100% pure, but it is a little bit more dam. You can just tell by the color. It's gonna be different from your bánh cuốn nước mắm, or your nước mắm in your bánh xèo. But like I said here, like, they're super nice to me, and they give me exactly like all this nice green onions, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what happened to the dup mao because there used to be a lot of dup mao. I'll ask her later. I love the bee here too. It's also in Vietnam because it's also really thin, like thinly shredded. The cha is just regular cha. I mean, um, but the meat you have here. If I could get one of these weird kind of forks going on. I actually think this might be a shoulder cut or a butt cut. There's a nice little fatty type of meat here, so it's not so dry. And just by looking at the color, guys, there's like a nice glaze or a honey glaze to this meat here. So I asked her, and look what we have here, guys. This is deep fried pork fat. They use this pork fat trimmings from the fat here of the pork when they pre-marinate, and when they're marinated, they cut this off and they lightly fry this dup mao here. So all it is like your bacon pieces, like deep fried pork fat pieces. I need some more fish sauce in here to get me going here. But so it's like little tiny bacon bits. Yep, that's definitely it. And it's just one of those things that I have to have with my ComTam when I'm here eating ComTam. So I kind of went straight for it and I asked her. And the other nice thing about this is you can sit here and there's a hotel place on the side there. You can get a nice bowl of wontons while you're sitting here. So you get ComTam and wonton all at the same time. And look what we have here. I know this is just a bowl of wonton, guys, but the flavors, and it's probably a lot of MSG. I'll find out later if I'm thirsty. But the flavors coming out from this broth and this wonton. I love how the wonton here, if you can see, it's really thin. There's not a lot of meat, and like quite frankly, the taste will like just make up for it. Like it's just a really thin bowl of wontons. So you don't get sick of it. I know it's just wontons, but when you're eating this, you need a little bit, something just to clean out your, cleanse your mouth. Or you go for this also, and then you get this really nice sweet café to that, this salty, flavorful wonton, savory wonton with a little bit of veggies. Probably quite a bit of MSG if I'm honest, but this light, soft, and I'll literally whip out both these meals at the same times in the morning. Sometimes I finish the wonton, usually I do, sometimes I don't, just because like it is a lot. There's been times where I'd go crazy and I'd go for 2 of these, but now I'm not looking the greatest, so I kind of gotta watch what I eat a little bit. Life happens when you get older, so we're just gonna sit here and eat this right here. You guys see this here? And the egg. We out here away from the tourist district place, guys. This is like 91 Wing View or something, and we found ComTam. And you guys know that every time I see ComTam, I will always try to have a dish because it's my favorite, probably one of my favorites, and we never skip out on it. And we're trying to get some of this ComTam from this lady here with some extra mahan, and we'll see how it goes. I've had a taste of the meat. It is super delicious, super tender. They picked the right one too. It's got a little bit of a bone. It's got a lot of fat, a little char, a little T-bone here, and they definitely got the right thickness on it too, because it's not so dry, and just a beautiful piece of meat. I just had the meat. I haven't had the gum, but I can tell you that so far the meat is like on point, delicious. And I'm gonna go eat the gum now. So my lady right here, the owner here, just hooked us up, and she's like my new girlfriend. Like I'm in love with this lady right now. She hooked it up, people. Like look at this. Look at this. This is what we're talking about. This is what you don't get in North America. All this dup mao and this onion, because this shit's expensive at the moment. But I mean, look at this. Look at this. I could eat this alone with rice, people. Like this, she's got the key to my heart. All right, guys. So the wait for this, the hype is finally here. And the secret, I'll give you guys some of my secret for the best possible ComTam. Okay. So the first thing when you go and eat ComTam at a place is you make sure you get the fresh meat. You always tell them that you want the fresh one off the grill, or you gotta wait. And the second thing I think is this stuff out here. It's gotta be like crispy, but like a soft crispy, not overcooked where it's dry. So when you bite into it, I had tasted this already, but it's just so super delicious, and you don't get this a lot where we're at, right? And the last, but most important thing is the rice. The rice and the fish sauce combo. The fish sauce combo, this is usually on the sweeter side. The lady was nice enough to give me her secret, so I'm gonna try to replicate it when I get back. But so far, this looks like, and I've had this already, and it is just like top notch. Like this is top notch ComTam here. I can tell you right now. So I'm gonna go enjoy this plate of ComTam, guys. It's just everything is just perfect. The rice, the fish sauce, the whole combo mixture is just like the best. Now we are in District 1, right by Wing Chai, and this is Ham 27, and I am at ComTam Thành Kiều. So this is kind of ComTam overload today, guys. So we're going with one lap soon. She's gonna go for that, and she's gonna probably cut it up. Oh yeah, she's gonna chop that up right there. Thank you. And that's gonna be lunch. So if I'm honest, guys, ComTam Thành Kiều here's got probably the best ComTam when it just comes to the rice itself. Maybe not the pork. This is really good here. Maybe not the meat, but when you're talking about just the rice, like the ComTam, the texture, I don't know what it is, the silkiness. I don't know if they put oil or something in it, but this is definitely like one of the best ComTam or ComTam, just the rice itself that I've like ever had. Like I shit you guys not. It is like the meat here. It's like okay, it's a little dry. It's still okay. Like I can live with that. But this, like that mixture with the mahan, the tep mao, the fish sauce, and the ComTam. This is the ultimate ComTam like taste. Like when you combine all these flavors together, like with the sweetness of the fish sauce and the flavors of the fish sauce, and how it's like perfectly made with the tep mao and the rice, and how the texture of the rice is and the thickness of it. This is the best ComTam.